Hotep, everybody. Uh, Today, I just want to have a quick one about the African origins of the Ten Commandments. Uh, Anyone who has studied ancient history knows that all religions came from the ancient African spiritual system. So, in this very short video, we're just gonna look at primarily the Ten Commandments as you find them in the Torah. So over here, I have what the Europeans call the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the papyrus of Ane. Um, this was translated by E.A. Wallace Budge um, from the Medunetta, the so-called hieroglyphics. So the actual name for the book is not the Book of the Dead. They called it the Book of the Dead because they stole it from the dead. As many of the papyrus of Anna was found obviously in his tomb. So hence they called it the Book of the Dead. But the actual book is called Poem Heru, the Book of Coming Forth by Day. So as everybody knows, the Ten Commandments, um, they deal with the moral code that Moses gave to the children of Israel. Um, so the comparison we're going to make is not going to be what's this, line for line as found in the Bible, but the concept of the Ten Commandments being the moral code of how people should conduct themselves. The, the oldest writing, the oldest written moral code on earth is found in this right here, written thousands of years ago, thousands of years before Moses. Hence, the Bible says in the book of Acts, chapter 7, verse 22, it says, "And Moses was learned in all the wisdom of the Egyptians and was mighty in words and in deed." So, one should actually look at how the, the Bible links Moses being mighty in words and in deeds to his knowledge of the wisdom of the Egyptians. And obviously, everybody knows the story how Moses was raised in the house of Pharaoh. No, it doesn't mention which Pharaoh. And so obviously he learned quite a lot there. And there's obviously a purpose. Every Christian believes that everything has a reason. God has a purpose for everything that he does. So when you look in the Bible, Moses being raised in the house of Pharaoh was not by coincidence, and God had a purpose. So, and the other thing that you find in the Bible, there's a pattern where every main character in the Bible, from Abraham to Jacob to Jesus to Moses, all of them um, made contact with the ancient Egyptians. So this deals with the uh, um, missionary lie or perception that have spread in religion that the ancient anything African is pagan or evil, and they do this by separating people from the Old Testament, from astronomy, and from knowledge of the ancient histories, especially ancient African history. Because when one studies these, they will automatically stumble into the, the, the facts without looking for them. So, without any further ado, I'm gonna just read some of them um, as it was translated. Okay, page. This is plate number 30. It's XXX in Roman numerals. So it says, I have not done iniquity to mankind, nor have I done harm unto animals, nor have I done wickedness in the place of my art. My art is the ancient African order of the moral code, basically. Uh, Usually portrayed with the feather and the two scales, where one in judgment, their heart is weighed against the ostrich feather. So the code of my art is the moral code. So I've not done any wicked place in the place of my art, any wickedness in the place of my art, nor have I known evil. I have not acted wickedly. Well, the translation is written, "Not have I acted wickedly." So I'm just gonna, because they've translated it, linking it to the hieroglyphic text. So it's laid out like that, but I'm gonna read it as normal English language. I have not done um, each day every work above what I should do, which is interesting. Um, Not have come forth my name to the boat or to the prince, not have I despised God, not have I caused misery, I have not caused affliction, I have not done what is abominable to God, I have not caused harm to be done to the servant by his chief, I have not caused pain, I have um, I have not made anyone to weep, I have not killed, I have not made the order for killing, not have I made the order for killing for me. So he's never been in any conspiracy to murder. Not have I done harm to mankind. Not have I taken aught of the oblations in the temples. Not have I proloyed the cakes of the gods. Not have I carried off the offerings of the blessed dead. Not have I fornicated. Not have I defiled myself. Not have I added to, nor have I diminished the offerings, nor have I stolen from the orchards, nor have I trampled down the fields, nor have I added to the weight of the balance. The weight of the balance is my art code I was talking about earlier. That is the code of my art, the two scales upon which modern understanding of the moral code is based. If you look at the justice system, the symbol for the justice system in the United States, it's a blindfolded woman with holding a scale. The origin of that comes from ancient African. And in the Bible speaks of just balances. If I can find that scripture, or maybe we can look at that at another time. Not have I carried off the milk from the mouth of the babe, not have I driven away the cattle whereupon the pastures. And it goes on. I just want to skip some of them. And it says, I am pure, times four, I am pure with the purity of Benu, that great which is in Suten Henen, because I am behold knows that of the Lord of winds making to live mortals all day, that of the filling of chat in Heliopolis. I'm just gonna quickly skip to the next one. All in all, these are usually called the negative confessions. Why are they called the negative confessions? Is because the Bible says do not. The difference is the original ancient Egyptian text says I have not. So it's a declaration of innocence versus being told what not to do. And so it says here, as it continues in plate XXXI in Roman numerals, Hail Strider coming forth from Anu, not have I done wrong. Hail embraced with flame coming forth from Karaba, not have I despoiled. Hail Infant coming forth from Kemenu, not have I robbed. Hail Eater of Shades coming from forth from Kenet, not have I slain man twice. Hail Nahara coming forth from rest thou, not have I defrauded the offerings. Hail double lion coming forth from heaven, not have I diminished oblations. Hail whose eyes are fire coming forth from Saud, never have I despoiled of the things of the God. Hail flame coming forth in going back, not have I spoken lies. Hail breaker of bones coming forth from Ten Hanan, not have I carried off food. Um, Hail shooter forth of flame coming forth from Memphis, not have I afflicted. Hail Kareti coming forth from Amentet, not have I committed fornication. Hail whose face is behind him, coming forth from this cavern, not have I made to weep. Hail best coming forth from the secret place, not have I eaten my heart. Hail blazing legs coming forth from darkness, not have I transgressed. Hail eater of blood coming forth from the block, not have I acted deceitfully. Hail eater of intestines coming forth from a bed, not have I desolated plowed lands. Hail Lord of my art coming forth from my art, not have I been an eavesdropper. Hail strider backwards coming forth from best, not have I set my mouth in motion against any man. Hail subtil, I mean forth from a new, not have I raged except with a cause. As you know in the Bible, Jesus says, one who hates his brother without a cause is guilty of judgment. Hail, doubly wicked, coming forth from a T, not have I defiled the wife of a man. Hail, double serpent, coming forth from the torture chamber, not have I defiled the wife of a man. Hail, looker of what is brought to him, coming forth from Per Amsu, not have I polluted myself. Hail, chief of the mighty, coming forth from Amenement, not have I caused terror. And so it continues. It's all negative confessions. I have not caused grief, false witnessing. I have not eavesdropped. I've not been an eavesdropper. Um, and so yeah, it continues. So one can see that the core, the moral, the origin of the moral code comes from the ancient African people, and it came to the world through the ancient Egyptians, as we know that ancient Egypt, uh, which the ancient Egyptians called uh, Kemet as one of the ancient names that they called it, amongst many other names, is the daughter of Africa, yet the mother of all Western and Asian civilizations. So yeah, we know that we've got religious radicals who might say, no, but where is thou shalt keep the Sabbath, thou shalt not worship other gods, things like that. But at the end, the main thing that you find in this moral code is the people who understood it and read it and understood it. Moses learned about it, and from that he could derive the Ten Commandments. So it's not really about the line for line that it should be. It should match line for line to say that it came originally from here, but as even in the New Testament, the the apostles and Jesus, they all have highlighted the fact that the whole law is fulfilled by the one law, which is love thy neighbor. So if you love thy neighbor, you have fulfilled the whole law. That's what it says. Because it's only common sense. If you love your neighbor as you love yourself, you will not kill them. You will not steal from them, things like that. So, yeah, contrary to what the missionaries have been spreading around the world regarding anything African spiritual systems being pagan and unholy. African people were the first people of God, the original Holy Land before Israel was there was Africa, was ancient Egypt, ancient Kush, and throughout the continent of Africa. So the world owes all its spiritual knowledge, and currently we are focusing on the moral code, owes it all to the ancient Africans. So to all the students who are studying law, and they probably told you that law originated with the Romans. Uh, Anyone who has basic knowledge of ancient history knows that that is untrue because it is the ancient Egyptians who educated the ancient Greeks. And after the ancient Greeks, the next group of Europeans who came into contact with civilization in Europe were the Romans. So this whole thing of uh, trying to create this perception that it started in Europe is basically we know it's your 19th century Aryan uh, system of romanticism trying to create the perception that the Aryan race is some kind of a superior people. However, this is not even about black superiority, but we are the original people in every way, be it biologically, be it in terms of civilization, knowledge, science, mathematics, and everything. So, yeah, like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Peace. Hotep.